All right, good morning and welcome to this active flow and breathwork class. My name is Brian and I'm delighted to be here with you this morning for a little bit of vigorous breath work this morning and then some active movement. So we're going to get ourselves going a little bit today, springing into spring. We're going to take an early spring. As always, we will start with grounding, landing, centering, raising gratitude and setting intention. We'll follow that with some vigorous breath work, maybe a balancing breath to ease that back a little bit. And then we'll move into a little bit of movement to get the body going. And then from there, we'll end up with our twist and our final nice integrative guided rest. Altogether, we'll be here about 50 minutes, give or take, this morning. So, as always, remember our first guiding principle: support precedes action. Ensure that you have everything you need to support yourself in your practice and then utilize that. So blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, a chair, tissues, clear your passageways, whatever you need, have that available and utilize that. And then secondarily, as always, remember it is your practice. You are in the privacy of your own space by design. I will be offering and suggesting and inviting some things from over here, but they are simply that: offers, suggestions, invitations. Ultimately, it is your practice. You're going to do what is right for you, I hope, listening to the wisdom of your own body, I hope, and then honoring the wisdom of your own body by giving it what it needs. Stop at any time, come out of any posture at any time, take any alternate posture at any time. Modify as you need to support yourself in the posture that you're in at any time. Do you. It is your practice. You are here. There is nothing that you need to do beyond be present and to breathe. All right. With that, let us find a supported posture, whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like for you. Take a moment to bring yourself into that. Come into this place and come into this space. Come into the present moment by coming into the body. Come into the body by coming into the breath. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages. Begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, maybe tightening the back of the throat a little bit so you can hear the breath in the nostrils. Following the rhythm of the breath and allowing the rhythm of the breath to begin to align with the rhythm of the heart. And then on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space and to allow to arise in your heart space any one thing for which you are grateful, a sense of gratitude. Maybe today for you, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever arises when gratitude is called forth for you, see that clearly in your mind's eye. And I invite you to anchor your gratitude in your heart space and hold it there for the duration of your practice today, at least. And then before we start, I invite you to set an intention for your practice, perhaps a simple intention to keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space, or maybe just to be right there with each inhale. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart, and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo Namaste. And then release your hands, lift your chin, make any adjustments you need to your posture in order to be supported here for a moment. And we're beginning with a very simple little movement here. So get yourself centered in your seat, and then we're just going to simply find our breath. And as you inhale, begin to rotate your torso forward. And on your exhale, rotate your torso back. So just begin to rotate gently, just moving the body, getting ourselves settled into our hip girdle, feeling into the contact of the outer part of our calves, unless you're seated in a chair, in which case just feel your feet firmly on the floor and beginning to align the movement with the breath. So the breath drives everything here. The breath begins, the movement begins, the breath ends, the movement ends. We're inhaling forward and exhaling back. Very gentle circles here, just waking up the body and aligning our breath with movement. Easy. Simple practice. We do simple practices here and notice the effect. A couple more in this direction. Let's get in a little bit of movement here. And then find yourself and reverse your circles, move in the opposite direction. Still inhaling forward, exhaling back, but rotating in the opposite direction. And noticing how it's a little bit different on this side because of the way the organs are in the body. They're not fully symmetrical, so it may feel different one side to the other, and that's absolutely as it should be. Just notice what you're feeling. Aligning movement with breath. All right. I'm going to get a little movement here this morning, and then we're going to breathe. So let's do a couple more in this direction. And then come back to neutral and inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the side body, lengthen the crown of the head, tuck the chin slightly, relax the shoulders down. And then bring your hands to your knees and release the breath. Take a cleansing breath, full inhale. And a complete exhale. Now we're going to do a variant of breath of fire. So a couple things to speak about with breath of fire. Breath of fire is an activating breath, a vigorous breath. We're utilizing the diaphragm on the exhale, particularly in order to, engage fully with the breath. However, the body is very still. Even though the diaphragm is moving, we're focused and awareness is on the breath in the nostril. Our focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed or just beyond the tip of the nose if the eyes are narrowed. And we're not overdoing anything. There's nothing you need to do and nowhere you need to go. You're already here. So we're just breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you are pregnant or on your menstrual cycle, please do not pump the diaphragm. Just simply take long inhales, yogic breath, full inhalation, complete exhalation. Otherwise, if you want to add a little diaphragmatic pressure, if you're in that moment, we're going to begin that. Now, the breath will be hands on knees for 1 minute, and then we will bring the arms out, palms up for 1 minute, and then we'll bring the hands to prayer at the third eye for 1 minute. Now, if you lose the thread, if you get overamped, if you fall away and find your lunch, just stop. Don't let the arm movement get in the way of the breath. All right, enough talk, let's breathe. All right, hands to the knees, long spine, centered into your supports. Take an inhale, clearing breath. And an exhale, let it go. Inhale to begin. And begin your rhythm, your pace, your breath. Your practice. You may find that your breath is much longer than mine, especially if you're not pumping the diaphragm. You may find that your breath is much quicker than mine. That's absolutely as it should be. It is your practice. Let's find a steady pace and rhythmic pace, a place where you can be calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within your own body. As you're ready, take your arms out from the shoulders, palms up, continue the breath. At all times, we are calm, steady, focused on the breath, and moving within our own body. Waking up this morning, activating the energies of the body, being very engaged with ourselves. Here we are on our mat doing our practice. Breath of fire calls us to engage from the core of our being, from the solar plexus chakra, from the Manipura chakra, the seat of self-will, self-discipline, self-imposition, seat of power, building the fire in the belly. As you are ready and willing, bring your hands to prayer at the third eye. Continue the breath. Settling into focusing at that third eye. Even though the hands are up, the shoulders are relaxed, the crown is long. We're just breathing, but we're paying attention to the breath. We're right there with each inhale and with each exhale. Fully focused, fully present, fully aware, engaged in the truth of who we are. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. Release the hands to the knees, palms up, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Be very still here as you lift at the base of the spine. Engage your root lock. Lift at the pelvic bowl. Relax the shoulders. Engage your chin lock, Jalabandha. Relax the chin toward the chest. Focus at the third eye and notice your experience. 3 minutes of breath work. Change your life. Change your day. Change your mind state. What has happened for you? Where's the shift for you? What are you experiencing in your body? As you are ready, release the locks, release the lift, release the breath, and take a full inhale, cleansing breath. A complete exhale, let it go. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. And then bring yourself to your mat. We're going to begin with a little bit of movement here. So starting today, we're going to begin on our hands and knees in our tabletop posture. Now, if your wrists require your additional support, you can utilize blocks here. You can bring yourself up on your block at whatever height is appropriate for you. You can bring your forearms to your block if that's more pervasive. If you have wrist issues and your load bearing on your wrist creates a problem for you, then modify in order to support yourself. You can also do this posture seated if that's more appropriate for you also. We're simply going to move the spine through flexion and inflection, or arching and rounding. On the inhale, on the inhale, we will arch the lower spine. So we're feeling like you're dropping your belly button toward the mat and lifting your heart and the crown of your head and your hips. And then on your exhale, you'll simply round the spine, pressing the spine toward the ceiling as you release the crown toward the mat and roll the hips under. And then you move with your breath. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round and release. Maybe move your hands out a little bit in front of your shoulders. Create a little length through your side body. Find your rhythm. So you're moving with your breath still. Just like in our first movement, where we're rotating the spine, now we're arching and rounding the spine, but we're moving with the breath. When the breath starts, the movement starts. When the breath stops, the movement stops. Arching, rounding. And maybe as you feel a little fluidity, that cerebrospinal fluid begins to move up and down that spine. Maybe you feel a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of mobility and a little bit of freedom to move a little quicker, and maybe not. You're moving with your rhythm and your pace. In your breath, in your practice. One more here. Inhale to neutral. Press the hips back toward the heels, lengthen through the fingertips, pick up your fingers and walk your hands out a little bit. Let your forehead drop to the mat. Find your wisdom pose here. Extended child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, come forward through table and actually drop your hips and move your shoulders out. Lift the crown so you're in a modified plank or a modified up dog. Opening and extending through the chest and heart. Inhaling. And then exhale, press back into your extended child's pose. Simple movement here. Move with breath. Inhale. Exhale. Your rhythm. Couple more. Your pace. Your breath. Your practice. Come back to neutral tabletop and then press into the fingertips and the heel of the palm. Curl the toes, press into the ball, the foot and the heel. Feel the hips begin to press back and up and feel the knees begin to lift off the mat. Modified hanging tabletop. Breathe here, full inhale. On the exhale, continue to lift the hips, let the crown drop. Press the chest and stomach back toward the thighs. Release the heels, come into your downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, bend the right knee, press back through the left heel. Feel the length in the back of that left leg and the back of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, bend the left knee, press back through the right heel. Feel the length in the back of the right leg and the back of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, bend both knees. Lift the hips up and back toward the wall behind you. Let the head go. Lift the hips. Straighten the legs. Let both heels drop toward the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look up between your hands. Exhale, walk your hands back toward your feet, coming into a forward fold. Check the outside edges of your feet are in line with the outside edges of the long side of your mat. Grasp your opposite elbows for bracing. Let your head go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Take your hands to your palms. Straighten the arms. Lift the crown of the head. Come to a flat back, parallel to the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your exhale, release the hands, release the head. Forward fold, forehead to the shins, hips toward the ceiling and the wall behind you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, let your hips drop. Come into like you're seated in a chair. Take your hands to the top of your knees for support. So you're in a modified chair, very supported chair. Feel into this. And then straighten the arms to lift the torso. Keep your arms supported here. Supported chair. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, pressing into the top of the thighs, we'll do that little rounding of the spine, right? And arching of the spine. On the inhale, arch the spine, lift the heart, lift the crown. On the exhale, round the spine, dip the chin, roll the hips under. Couple more here. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round and release. Your rhythm. Your pace. Your breath. Your practice. On your next inhale, straighten the legs, release the palms, turn the palms forward, let the fingers drop toward the mat, relax the shoulders down, lift the crown. Find yourself standing on your own 2 feet at the back end of your mat. This is your mountain posture. Feel into what it is like to be on your own 2 feet, to have your own back, to be in the fullness of your own being. Check in with your gratitude. Check in with your intention. On the inhale, take the arms high. On the exhale, press the palms together or grasp the opposite wrist either way and bend. Well, let's not do opposite. Let's all go the same way. Take your right thumb and right pointer finger, circle your left wrist, get long palm toward the ceiling. Exhale, lean to the right. Bump that left hip. Stay long out of both legs. Stay long out of both arms. Let your body go. Over to the right, opening the left side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, come back to center. Release the left wrist. Take your left thumb and forefinger, circle the right wrist. Get long. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the left. Bump the right hip. Stay long out of both legs. Stay long out of both arms. Leaning over to the left side, opening the right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, come back to center. Press the palms together. Take the thumbs toward the wall behind you. Lengthen through the crown. Lift out of the waist. Slight back bend. Find this length. Open. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, come back to center. Get long. On the exhale, let the hands fall. Let the shoulders fall. Turn the palms forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, the arms go high. On the exhale, sink the hips down into that chair. Now, if you need to bring your hands to prayer, to the waist, or to your thighs for support, then do that. But find your chair. Breathe in. Look down and see your toes in front of your knees. If not, make your adjustment to find that. Support yourself as you need to here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here, sink a little deeper. Exhale, hinge and fold. Hands come to the feet. Crown comes to the mat. Forehead comes to the shin. Forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, flat back. Brace on your shins if you like. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up and then walk your hands out. Come back into your downward dog. Check your alignment by inhaling to a plank and then make your adjustments accordingly to be balanced in plank, hands and feet. And then exhale, lift the hips, drop the heels, downward dog. Full inhale. Look up between the hands. On the exhale, walk the right foot forward between the hands, coming into a forward fold. Drop the left knee in the top of the left foot on this first one. Find a little length here. Sink into that left knee and right heel. Pick up your hands, bring your hands to your knee. Press the palms, straighten the torso. Supported low lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, take the arms high. Low lunge, look up. Maybe see your thumbs. Anjaneyasana, breathe in, sink the hips. Breathe out. Inhale, get long. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee, step the right foot back to join the left. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, lift the hips, drop the crown, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward between the hands. Find your lunge. Drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. Sink into the right knee and the left heel. Bring the hips down. Find your balance. Bring your hands to your knees. Opposite hand underneath. Inhale, straighten the arms. Lift the torso. Supported low lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, take the arms high. Low lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, let the hands come down and frame the foot. Curl the toes. Lift the right knee. Step the right foot forward to join the left. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Full inhalation. Flat back. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe out. Inhale, sink the hips. Bring the hands to prayer or to the thighs or to the waist. And whatever is appropriate, maybe you take your arms up, come into your chair. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Straighten the legs. Lift the arms. Tall mountain. Breathe in. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Find yourself in mountain at the top of your mat. Woo! All right. Good morning. What a day. We get to do this in our lives. Isn't it pretty good? Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold hands beside the feet, right foot back into a lunge. Now, option to drop that right knee at the top of the right foot or stay here. Press back to the ball of the right foot and the right heel. Now into the left heel. Find your balance. Pick up your hands, maybe hands to the knee. Supported high lunge. Straighten the arms to lift the torso. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, maybe take the arms high, or maybe just take the arms back along the hips. Find your arm place, maybe a high lunge. This is crescent lunge, but find your version of the lunge. Support yourself as you need to. Maybe your hands at prayer, maybe your hands at your waist. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, and then step the left foot back to join the right, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, right foot forward. And again, drop the left knee if you like, or staying high, press back to the left heel. Find your balance, pick up your hands, hands to the knee, opposite hand underneath. Straighten your arms to lift the torso. Supported high lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, take the arms high. Find your version of high lunge. Your supported arms here. Settle into the space and focus. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands down, frame the foot, curl the toes, and lift left foot forward to join the right forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sink the hips down into your chair, bring your hands to your arm position. Breathe in, chair. Breathe out. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms, tall mountain. Exhale, release the hands. Take a breath here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. All right, I'm going to continuing to work on opening a little bit. So bring your hands to prayer to your chest or to your waist, whatever's more supported for you. Pick up your left heel. Maybe even pick up your left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, step the left foot back, but only a couple of feet. So just a short stance here. So not like a warrior or a triangle where we're getting really wide. Shorter version of this. Shortened triangle here. We're going to move into pyramid posture. So we're balancing here. Find the balance in the feet. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, just simply hinge forward. Bring your torso parallel to the back. Lengthen through the crown. Push back through the hips, particularly through that right hip. Find your length here. Inhale here. Exhale here. Now take your hands to your thigh, to your shin, maybe to a block, hint, maybe to your foot. And then bring your torso down over the right leg. Forehead's coming toward the right knee. Hands maybe slightly in front of that right foot or on top of that right foot. Releasing. The legs are straight but not locked. Lifting out of the hips, releasing down through the crown, bringing the forehead toward the shin. Breathing here. Experiment with widening or narrowing your stance. You're not trying to stand on a balance beam here. Maybe you take your feet out wider, give yourself a little more support as you breathe. You want to feel yourself balanced here. Maybe pick up your hands. Maybe take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers and raise the Arms over the shoulders, opening through the shoulder girdle, breathing into your pyramid posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Wherever you are, release the hands. And then begin to walk the hands up the leg as you lift the torso. Come parallel. And then straighten. Now, we're going to simply just rotate the toes in the opposite direction. So now we're facing the opposite end of our mat. Left leg forward, right leg back. Take the arms high. Find your length, find your balance in your feet. Remember, your feet are your supports. Support precedes action. We're balancing the feet. Hands come to prayer. Inhale. And hinge forward over the left leg. Push back through the left hip primarily. Lengthen through the crown. Find your length first. Breathe in. And then exhale. Release your hands down. And bring your forehead toward your left knee. And again, maybe a little different on this side, so maybe you need to make a little adjustments in order to support yourself here. Breathing into your pyramid. Forehead toward the shin or the knee. Hands maybe slightly in front of that left foot. Legs are straight but not locked. Pyramid posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once you've established, maybe you find your hands will lift. Interlace the fingers the opposite way, that awkward way. Rolling up, opening through the shoulder girdle, breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale here. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, walk the hands up the leg. Maybe to prayer, lengthen to the crown. Find your length. Inhale, come upright. And then exhale, release the hands. Step the feet together. Turn and face the long side of your mat and take your legs out wide past your shoulder girdle. Go into a wide-legged forward fold. So, pressing out through the sides of the feet. Turning the toes in slightly to feel that parallelness, feeling the length in the outside of the leg. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Inhale, get long, hinge forward. So you feel like you're pressing back. Imagine there's a wall behind your heels and the back of your legs and your hips. And you're just pressing against that wall as you bring your crown long. Come parallel first. And then once you've reached that, go ahead. Inhale here, breathe in. Exhale, release your hands, release your head. Bring the hands to the mat or to a block underneath your face. Releasing your crown toward the back of your palms. Breathing in here. Breathing out. Make your micro adjustments. Maybe you feel as you get into this, you're going to open up a little more, or maybe not. Maybe you want to tighten up a little bit, narrow up a little bit. And then turn your fingers toward the wall behind you. Walk your hands underneath your hips, back toward the wall behind you, maybe creating a little additional length here as you're pressing your chest and stomach back toward the thighs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Now I'm going to work a little bit here. So turn the fingers back toward the front, bring back under the face. Press into the palms, lift through the crown. Exhale. Walk your hands over toward your left foot. Bring your head toward your forehead toward your left knee. Breathe in. So now a little side body stretch here. Breathe out. Inhale. Walk your hands back underneath the face. Get long through the crown. Exhale. Walk your hands over toward the right foot. Bring your forehead toward your right knee. Both legs stay straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands back underneath your face, get long. Now this time, walk your hands over toward your left foot, but bend into the left knee. So you're opening through that right hip, feel into that. Maybe your hands come to prayer, maybe not. Breathing in, maybe even roll to the ball, to the heel of your right foot, opening up through that right leg, maybe not. Maybe keep that right foot down and flat. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands straighten the left leg. Get long through the crown. Exhale, Bend the right knee, walk your hands over in front of the right knee. Stay long through that left leg, either keeping the sole flat or maybe rolling to the heel of the left foot. Skandasana here. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your hands down, straighten the right knee. Come back into your deep forward fold. And then once again, turn your fingers to the wall behind you. Walk your hands underneath. Full expression of your wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn your fingers back underneath the face. Lift the crown. Heel toe your feet until they come in maybe just slightly wider than your hips. Turn your toes slightly out to create a little space. And then bring your hips down toward your heels, coming into your squat. Maybe you lift your fingers, finding your elbows inside your thighs, maybe straightening the torso. This is our squat posture, garment posture. Now, maybe you don't have a full squat. Maybe your squat is somewhat higher. That's okay. We're going to work from here. On the inhale, we'll straighten the legs, bring the arms up, shoulder height, palms down. On the exhale, we drop down into our squat. Inhale and exhale. Find your squat. Now, your squat is where your heels begin to come off the mat. So maybe you're just moving a couple of inches, and that's okay. You are doing your practice in the privacy of your own space. And just like where we started, we're aligning movement with breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. All right, finding our rhythm, our pace, our breath, our practice. Okay, where are we here? All right. Couple more here. Inhale up. Release the hands. Turn the feet in underneath the hips. Turn the palms forward. Relax the shoulders. Take a breath. Sigh it out. And feel that energy moving through your body. Inhale here. And then exhale. Let everything settle for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bring yourself down to your mat. Seated, I'll face you so you can see how we're doing this. So we're in Dandasana, or staff posture. So the legs are long, toes toward the ceiling. Full backside of the leg is supported. And we're going to move into, we're going to move into head to knee postures on either side. So bring your right knee toward the ceiling, your right heel toward your hip. And then rotate your right hip open so the knee falls toward the mat. Now, if your right knee does not reach the mat, we have blocks. We can support the knee at whatever height is appropriate for us. The calf, the sole of the right foot may be against the left calf or maybe against the left thigh. The hips are level though. So we're just seated here. And then the torso, we want to align it over that left leg. So maybe we had to take the left leg out a little bit. So we just turn the torso over the left leg. Inhale, take the arms high. And then exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Bring your belly button toward your thigh. Bring your chest toward your knee. Bring your forehead toward your shin or toward your big toe. Keep the crown long. So the tendency here is to relax the chin and start rounding the back. We don't want that. We want the spine is long here. And then let your hands drop. The other tendency is to grab something with your hands and pull yourself. Do not do that. Please just drop your elbows towards the mat. Let the weight of the body do the work here. We're just gently folding forward. You're old like I am, maybe your hips are tight, and maybe this is a challenging posture to get a lot of mobility into. And we're just allowing ourselves to be what we are. Breathing here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathing into this. Last couple breaths here. Now go ahead, if you like, drop your chin around the back, come forward fully into your knee to bringing your forehead toward your left knee. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. On your inhale, reach long past your left foot and slowly come up, slowly come up, slowly come up. And then exhale, release your hands. Take your hand to the outside of your right knee. Bring your right knee back toward the ceiling. And then extend your right leg long. Notice the difference one side to the other as you now bring your left knee toward the ceiling, your left heel toward your hip. Find that place that's appropriate for you, and then let the left knee fall open, bringing the sole of the left foot against the inside of the right leg at some point, maybe the calf, maybe the ankle, maybe the thigh. Again, the hips are level, so find that balance and support. Take the arms high. Align the torso over the right leg and then hinge forward. Bring the belly button toward the thigh. Bring the chest, stomach toward the knee. Bring the forehead toward the shin or toward the toes. Stay long through the crown. So flat back here, breathing. Drop the elbows. No need to pull. No need to tug. No need to find any stress or strain here. We're already here. Just breathing. Allow the breath to come and go. Keep that right leg long, press through the heel. Let the shoulders and elbows relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Whoa. Forehead moving toward the knee, letting the body do the work here. And for your last couple breaths, go ahead and drop the chin, finding your head to knee posture. Janushirshasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. On your inhale, reach long past your foot. Slowly come up, slowly come up, slowly come up. On the exhale, release the hands. Take your hand to the outside of the left knee. Lift the left knee. Both legs long. Pedal the feet if you need in order to find your balance. And readjust your hips if you need. Maybe press into the palms outside the hips to find that length through the crown. And then we're going to do our full west or Paschimottanasana. Inhale, take the arms high. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Bring the belly button toward the thigh. Bring the knees, and bring the chest toward the knees. Bring the forehead toward the shins or toward the toes. And again, stay long. Let the arms drop. No need to pull. Allowing yourself to come forward. Letting the weight of the body do the work here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. For these last few breaths, go ahead. Drop your chin toward your chest. Find your fullest expression of the pose here. Pressing through the heels, lifting out of the waist, opening through the back of the body. Full west. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, reach long past the feet. Slowly come up, slowly come up, slowly come up. And then exhale, release the hands. And then roll down onto your back. Maybe have a block handy. If you have one, bring your block with you as you roll down onto your back here. Let's see where we are. Beautiful, right on time here. All right, one more here. We're going to move into our bridge posture. And so hands will come down by the hips, palms down, forearms pressing, lower spine on the mat, crown long. Bring the heels toward the hips, the knees toward the ceiling. Now the knees are in parallel. Couple ways you can use your block here. The first, if your knees, the tendency here is for the knees to fall open. So if you want to lightly press your block between your thighs to remind you to keep your knees in parallel, your thighs in parallel, you can do that. You're going to bring your press into your feet. As you press into your feet, you'll feel the pelvic bowl begin to tilt. The lower part of the buttocks will begin to roll up off the mat. The lower spine will feel really supported. You'll feel into that, oh, okay, yeah. We're rolling up into the lower part of the spine. And you're going to continue to press into the feet, and you're going to continue to roll up into the lower part of the spine, and then maybe up into the middle part of the spine, and then maybe up into the upper part of the spine or the shoulders. No weight in the head or neck. Now, another way you can use your block here, if you want support in your bridge posture, you can take your block underneath your buttocks, at the top of the buttocks, that's the SI joint, not the lower back, right? At whatever height is appropriate for you. And then allow your torso to be supported by the block. This is your supported bridge here. Breathing here. Now, if you want to enhance the stretch here, you can take one leg and let it fall long. Or maybe take both legs and let them fall long. And breathing here. Supported posture here. Not necessary to do anything other than to just be. Learn how to be supported here. Allowing yourself to be supported here. Let the block do the work. Feel the hips open. Breathing. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. If your legs are long, go ahead and walk your heels back toward your hips so you feel yourself pressing into the feet, knees coming together. Press up, lift, take the block out. Move the block out of your way. We're going to move dynamic bridges here. So our last dynamic movement here. So we inhale, we lift the belly button toward the ceiling. We press up through the hips. We get long through the thighs and knees. On the exhale, we roll down till the buttocks are just hovering over the mat. And then we inhale, roll back up. And we begin to align movement with breath. So just like when we started, very simple rotations, now we're doing very simple elevations, moving with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Last dynamic posture here. So maybe just give it your all. Feel into rotating the thighs inward so the knees stay parallel. Lifting the hips. Elevating, opening the heart. Engaging the back, quad, the QL muscles, the transverse abdominis muscles, the gluteus muscles, hamstrings, quads and hip flexors. Great practice here. Couple more. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly roll down, bring the knees into the chest. Squeeze the knees, feel the lower side supported, maybe rock a little side to side, release any tension. Then come back to neutral and inhale, bring the nose toward the knees. Reach down and grab your ankles or your feet or whatever's available as you squeeze yourself into a tight little ball here. See how tight you can get. Full inhale. Squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, and exhale. Release the legs long. Let the toes fall open. Let the heels move as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Bring your hands down by your hips, palms up. Lengthen through the crown. Take a moment here in this final posture for today's practice to avail yourself of any additional supports that you may want. So maybe you have an eye cloth to cover your eyes. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl to cover your body. Maybe you have a bolster to go behind your knees. Anything that will provide you perhaps 1% more support. Go ahead and avail yourself of that. And settle in to letting go. Feel the support along the entirety of the backside of your body. Noticing how you are held by gravity. Notice how you are fully supported in the privacy of your own space. Notice your own experience. What is it like to let go, to release, to allow yourself to be held, to accept that you are just as you are, to surrender to the moment and just find rest? What is it like to give yourself the gift of a moment's peace? Can you let go and rest completely? Maybe you find that your mind is just unable to be, and it needs something to do. And if that's the case, then give yourself and give your mind a task, a simple task. Challenge your mind, offer your mind, suggest to your mind that it track your body with gentle curiosity and no attachment or aversion. And you're just going to track your body looking for any areas of tension or tightness. Nothing to do about them, just noticing. Starting at the crown of your head and working your way down through the skull, through the head, through the neck, through the shoulders and chest, through the abdomen, through the sacrum, through the hips, through the thighs, through the knees, through the shins, through the ankles, through the feet, to the soles of the feet. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Just noticing your own experience without clinging to it, without pushing it away. Gentle curiosity, like, seeking the restful mind, seeking the restful state, seeking the sense of stillness and silence that lives, perhaps, in that secret place behind your heart. Seeking that in silence for the next minute or so. And if perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to realign and reawaken your connection to your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes, maybe rotating your ankles and your wrists. Continuing to reacclimate and reawaken, maybe extend the arms long overhead, press through the feet, maybe a big good morning stretch, whatever you need to do here to fully realign with your body. Do that now. Take a breath and find yourself present. And let it go as you prepare yourself to bring yourself back to your seated posture in whatever way is most appropriate for you. When you are prepared, and only when you are prepared, gently make your way back to your seated posture, reconnecting with your supports, reestablishing your seat, realigning and re-extending your spine. And then as you are finding yourself in your seat, once again, I invite you to turn your awareness to your breath. And on your next inhale, once again, float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you are grateful. Perhaps maybe no more squats today, whatever. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called for, see that clearly in your mind's eye. And then take a moment now to just acknowledge yourself. Witness yourself seated in gratitude in your space. And as you sit in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice with me. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please, please, please take the echoes of your practice and your gratitude with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.